Welcome back to my video show. You might know I'm Natalie Brin. I've been a piano teacher for over 22 years, and I'm also the creator of the Piano with Ease system, which helps busy adults quickly and easily learn to play the piano without the years of frustration from having to learn to read traditional sheet music first. So this week I'll be covering why Piano with Ease songs are so much easier to learn. And I'm going to show you an actual example of a song I made versus how it would look traditionally. Now this is a song in one of the beginning stages of my program. There's 5 stages, and right now there's over 140 songs, but this song is technically stage 1, a beginning song. So if you were a brand new beginner and I gave you this sheet music to learn, it might take you months to learn because you'd have to memorize the individual notes, you'd have to memorize rhythm, like how long to hold out each note and what beat to play things on. You'd have to know what special symbols are, like why is this tipped 3 over 3 notes that are connected with a beam. And you'd also have to know your finger numbers and which fingers should play each note on the piano, along with all the other stuff that comes with piano, like learning how to sound good, how to sound connected. This particular song might take a long time to learn too because we're playing in a big range. We are starting with high notes clear up here. We're eventually getting down into some low notes which are clear down here. And a lot of times piano beginners only start in these tiny little spot on the piano so that they can learn to read the notes and get a lot of practice just on a few notes, because learning too many notes at once is overwhelming. So a lot of adults have told me they felt like they were stuck on baby songs. So what I've done with Piano with Ease music is I made it so that you knew exactly what finger should be playing at all times. You can see how every single note has a finger number over it. You'll always have your finger number diagram at the top of the page so you remember exactly what finger should be playing. And then for the left hand, we have our basic chords like our C chord, our F chord, and so on. Another awesome feature about Piano with Ease songs is that rhythm has been visualized on the page, so it actually takes out a lot of that frustration. For example, in traditional lessons, you would know that this hollow note with a stem is a half note, and that means you hold it 1, 2 counts. But if the note's filled in, that means you only hold it 1 count. So now with this arrow here, that is representing the extra hold that you'd have to hold the note. So then you are free to play through like this: 1, 5, hold, 4, 3, hold, 2, hold. And you were able to hold the notes exactly how they were meant to be held. On the second page, if you ever have more than one note that's meant to fit in a beat, in Piano with Ease, it just goes in a green circle, and they all have different names. For example, this one's called a triplet. So you would learn to play, for example, triplet, 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 triplet. So it makes it really visual about what specific things go in a beat. Plus I have song recordings for every single song, so someone will never have to wonder how a certain song is supposed to sound. The next cool feature is you'll always know when to put your right hand with your left hand because it's connected by this faint blue line. And the best part of Piano with Ease songs is that someone can learn them as an absolute beginner doing what we call block chords, like this. Or eventually they can learn to put a pattern in, like we call this one skipping up. And eventually with practice and in the later stages, we learned some more elaborate patterns that you can do in this song like this. And people are able to do these different level of songs all by looking at the same exact sheet of music. So depending on your skills and your abilities that you've built up, you can play any song in the Piano with Ease method in a basic way, or you can learn how to level it up. And I love teaching people all aspects of these songs. But isn't it awesome that this song right here is the same song as this? You can see now how a beginner could get in and be able to actually succeed at this versus having to learn to read it traditionally. And in my later stages of songs, I even have special visuals for all kinds of things, like when you play your black notes, when it's time to move your hand out of one position, when it's time to cross your hand, or like special fingering moves, like when you have to do a switch or a squish, I call it, on the keys. But it's all been designed with this one question in mind. I was always driven by how much could somebody accomplish sitting on their own without having to pay a teacher to sit there and correct them if it was all on the page in front of them. So I hope you're getting a little excited about what might be possible for you in piano and starting to see how much easier it could be than you might have thought. As you might have heard me say in the last video, I'm currently working on a free PDF download and a video that will help you play your first song for free with the Piano with Ease method. So check the links, and if it's ready, you'll be able to click on that link. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video show where I'm committed to show up with value that can help you along your piano journey.